What's up guys, it's Joshua here. Welcome to another video. So most if not many epoxy flooring pros are actually they're actually going through this kind of constant daily struggle where they have to be the marketer, they at the same time they also have to be the epoxy flooring installer, and this cannot just work if they are to be efficient or effective in achieving their desired income goals in terms of reaching the 100k per month goal or even a million per year goal. So most of them find themselves in this constant struggle of being the marketer, being the epoxy flooring installer, being the follow-up guy, and so they end up just working in this constant struggle, losing a lot of leads, not only leads but even losing their time, wasting their time. They end up wasting a lot of money, and so most of them really lack a proper system in place that can actually act as their savior in this case. And so it just cannot work. You being an epoxy flooring pro working as a jack of all trades, yes, some instances can work for that case, but in this case as the epoxy flooring pro, you find most of them are struggling in working with current clients, and then they even forget that new leads are still coming in within the pipeline, and they forget even following up on the leads, and this can even go to weeks or even 2 weeks, or if some worst case scenarios even months. Some of them even forget to follow up on leads that came in through the pipeline, going to even 2 months. And so this becomes a constant daily struggle and a cycle that just seems to never end. But in this video, I'll be taking you guys through a proper system that we are going to that I'm going to show you guys that you as an epoxy flooring pro can implement within your business to save you the time, not only the time, but to save you a lot of money that would have been eventually lost and wasted were you not to have it, basically. So it's just a simple lead flow system that epoxy flooring pros can implement within their business to save them a lot of time, save them a lot of money, so that they just focus on what that is best, and that is making the standing epoxy floors for your clients. In that case, let's get into the video. So the system that I'm going to show you guys is the AIVA lead flow system. So from this, what really forms the foundation to this is of course, basically we must have a lead generation channel. We'll be generating our leads through Facebook. And based on if you guys watched the video I kind of made, I think 2 days ago, I mentioned something. We're not just running generic ads, static ads, or image video ads. So we are ensuring that our ads are being launched, or our campaigns are being launched based on proven data that is there, based on what is currently working within the industry. So we're not just running new ads anyhowly, wasting ad spend and all that. So before we launch our ads, must have a clear research process that has gone through to ensure that the ads that are being launched are based or are dependent on what is currently working within the epoxy flooring industry market as far as Facebook ads is concerned. So we're first going to generate quality leads, and these leads must be, for us to generate these high quality leads, we must have a data backed approach. And yes, of course, we are using Facebook as our main lead generation channel. Of course, I've been saying this in this YouTube channel. For as an epoxy flooring pro, what I truly advise and what I basically, according to my opinion, Facebook ads is the best as compared to Google and all that. You create the interest before your client, your potential client, even before they actually have that desire of coming across this epoxy floor and all that. So yeah, basically Facebook ads is generally the best lead generation platform or channel if you are someone who's sourcing for leads. So instead of relying on referrals or word of mouth and chasing clients and all that, Facebook ads is going to help definitely. So just as I've said, we are going to use a data-backed approach on what is working within the industry. And it's from there when we curately launch our ads. So we are making our creatives, we are making our ad copy based on the data that we've gone and based on the data that we've got, from what is working within the epoxy flooring industry. So we're not just randomly or constantly launching new ad accounts afresh and then letting Facebook take probably 7 to 14 days just to optimize and give us what is working and tell us what is working within the industry. So if we even have a reset within the Facebook ad account, we already know what is basically working. We already know the creatives that are working within the epoxy flooring industry, and so it doesn't even become difficult for us to tell Facebook this is what we want, and Facebook later optimizes and gives us the best of the best quality leads. Yeah, so that's just it. So once we generate this quality leads, of course, we'll either use two options where we'll have a lead form or a landing page. The lead form is basically for you or for us to get to collect the information, the leads information, and then later reach out to them. So once we generate the high quality leads, these leads are immediately sent to our AIVA, the AIVA lead flow system, our AI virtual lead flow system. They immediately sent to the AIVA lead flow system. So no dilly-dallying or wasting of time. And once they're sent there, look at this, within 60 seconds. So this is where most epoxy flooring businesses are actually getting it so wrong, because most of them, just as I said, are trying to do all this as one person, and it literally cannot work. There just has to come a time when you need to kind of delegate some specific tasks to people who are special or people who just have some expertise in doing that. And in this case, most of them end up, they're working on a current client, and then a lead comes in. They're not even aware, or if they are aware, they just assume, okay, I'll follow up the lead when I get home, when I'm done with this current client and all that. But things happen. They end up finishing with the current client, they move to the next, and by the time they're getting to the new leads that are coming in within the pipeline, 7 days has gone, 2 weeks have passed, to even a month. And by the time they're reaching to by the time they're they're getting aware, or they're reminding themselves that they actually had a lead that they're supposed to follow up on, these leads have already moved on to the next competitor. So you need to realize that in the current market, the leads that you are getting as an epoxy flooring business pro, these leads need instant response. We are living in a, how can I call it? We're living in a time where people have short attention span deficits, if that can make sense. So no one is going to wait for you past one day if you're not really responding to them. I mean, in a snap of their finger or in a click of the button, they can move to the next epoxy flooring contractor, maybe within New Jersey or San Antonio or anywhere. So they don't have to wait for you if you're not totally interested, if you're not showing interest, or if you're not showing that you care for these guys, because they're the ones who made that move. They are the ones who made that, they took the action and filled in the lead form. And so if you're not reciprocating that action by getting to them fast, they're definitely going to move to the next competitor. And what does that result to? That's a lost lead, that's lost revenue. And you don't want to lose, or you don't want to have a business where leads are just falling within the cracks. So that is now where the AI comes in place. The AI, within 60 seconds, our AI sends out the initial messages. Hey, thanks for reaching out. Once within that time range, once the AI reaches out to the leads, speed to lead is what is important right now. That this is what differentiates even having a human setter within the company or within the business. So AI reaches out instantly. So once the AI reaches out within 60 seconds, the AIVA lead flow system is going to reach out, start qualifying them. That's the next stage. So that is the aim. Once the leads have come in and the AI has engaged with them within 60 seconds, our AIVA lead flow system starts qualifying the prospects, because you don't want to be working with tire kickers, people who just filled in the lead form without having any intent of getting to purchase the service anyhow. So our AIVA lead flow system is going to take them through a smart qualification process, just getting to understand their needs. Where do they want the epoxy flow done? What is their budget? Basically, I told you don't want to be working with tire kickers, because it is very evident that it is very normal for leads that are coming in through the lead form. Most of them are actually not really serious, and most of them are not high intent buyers. Basically, most of them are just filling leads for lead forms for the sake. So you just must take them through this sales funnel and this filter, where we are kind of filtering the leads that are coming in to ensure that you're working with high qualified prospects only, people who have the budget. And apart from that, you also ask them, when do they want the epoxy flows done, the project timeline. Yeah, and basically that's just the main questions that we are going to be, that you as a business owner can ask through the AI. And by the way, for us to be doing this, just as I told you, we'll be using different AI appointment setting systems. What I've been preaching here about, we'll be using Pointwise or many or Closebot. There are so many AI appointment setting systems that if well trained according to the data within the business, can give good results. So we're going to customize and train the AI system based on the data that we've gotten within the business. What are the questions that you want the AI system to ask the leads that are coming in? Questions to do with the service, questions to do with the budget, questions to do with the project timeline. The AI is so good, by the way, even in terms of kind of regulating how it's sending its approach to the leads that are coming in. We can even modify and customize the AI system to appear so pushy or to appear so hard in converting these leads into estimates. We can even customize it to give a soft approach, not a pushy or a salesy approach. So that's just basically it with this. So instead of having human AI, not human AI rather, but human appointment setters who cost thousands and thousands of dollars per month, we can have AI at the fraction of that cost, and not even bearing only the fraction of the cost. Look at the speed to lead. AI does not sleep. AI is there 24/7. So whether the leads are coming in at 3 a.m. or 11:30, or on the weekends, on Saturday or Sunday when you're out and you're relaxing with your family and all that, AI is still working 24/7. That is just the good thing about this. And so once the AIVA lead flow systems ask a set of questions of your choosing, then the AIVA will properly qualify them, just as I've said. And then apart from that, our AIVA is also going to walk these leads through the open days and times on your calendar for you to schedule the appointments. So basically the aim here is to get these leads to book an appointment. That is just the aim that we have with the AIVA lead flow system. So the AIVA lead flow system is going to look through the calendar. When are you available? Are you available on Sundays? On weekends probably is when you're free, because on weekdays you tend to have a tight schedule and all that. Are you available on Monday and all that? So how this is going to work? Basically, what is actually as a core component of all this system is Go High Level. So we'll be using our all-in-one CRM, Go High Level, and it is from Go High Level where we're going to be able to integrate, or just rather kind of combine, our AI appointment setting system, or AIVA, into GHL. So apart from the AIVA system integrated within the GHL, we also have, you as the business owner can also integrate or include, basically integrate your calendar, your Google Calendar within Go High Level. So this can make it so easier for the AI and for the AI to kind of look into your calendar that is within GHL to see the days when you're open and the time when you are free and open for you to meet with the leads for the appointments and all that. Yeah, so apart from having the AIVA integrated with the GHL, you'll also have your Google Calendar or your Calendly uh, integrated within GHL. So this makes it easier for the AI to kind of assess when is the boss open for appointments at what time and all that. Yeah, so that's just basically it. So yeah, from what you've said, the AIVA is going to walk through the open days and times. It's going to walk the lead through the open days and times and book them on an appointment automatically. So whether you're on holiday, whether you're on weekend and all that, whether it's 11:30 p.m., whether it's 3 a.m., any lead that is just randomly scrolling on Facebook and sees your ad and then fills in the lead form at 3 a.m., AIVA is still going to be there to book these appointments automatically at that time. So a human is not going to be there at 3 a.m. You cannot guarantee that you can have a human appointment setter at 3 a.m. reaching out to leads and calling them or texting them. That one is not. If there's such kind, then I'd love to know. But that one will definitely not work. So AI is there 24/7. AI does not get tired. It will never get tired, get bored. AI is going to be there 24/7. It will never sleep. So that's just it, the benefit of that. So once the AIVA lead flow system works the lead through the open days and times, then it books the lead on an appointment with you. So this is just kind of uh, an example of how the AIVA and the leads that are coming in usually have this how the AIVA reaches out and engages to the leads that are coming in within the pipeline. So uh, the lead response, sure, that sounds good. Then AIVA, kind of, this is just a continuation of a conversation that was there initially. Then the AIVA response, great, I've reviewed our schedule. Here are the next available times for your epoxy flooring consultation. We have Tuesday, November 12th. Will that work? Wednesday, November 13th. Thursday, will Thursday work? Then the lead response, think Wednesday. Wednesday is going to work at 11. Then AIVA response, confirmed, you're booked for Wednesday. So this is AIVA will confirm this after looking at the calendar and seeing the open days and time. So the AIVA then reminds the lead that the lead is going to receive a reminder before the appointment date or day. So it also kind of tells the lead that our team will review design options and finalize your epoxy flooring quote. And then, would you like to include the driveway or just the garage floor in your quote? Yeah, basically emphasizing on what I told you guys. So apart from just booking them on appointments, the lead is going to smartly qualify, are these guys deserving enough for the boss to work on them, basically. So if you as the business owner if you as the business owner have a budget of 3K or 2.5K is the minimum budget that leads can get to spend on your service. If 2.5K is the minimum budget, then any lead that is coming in within any lead that is coming in and has a budget lesser than that is not qualified, and the AI is going to stop having conversations with these leads and immediately filter them or remove them from the new leads to not qualified. If you have such kind of a pipeline stage, if you have such kind of a stage within the pipeline, basically within the CRM pipeline. So yeah, this is just basically it. So if you have a new lead that has come in, the AIVA connects with the lead, engages with the lead and all that. and engages to the lead and books an appointment. You'll find, for instance, John Smith comes in as a new lead and books an appointment. The AIVA is going to automatically register that John Smith has booked an appointment and move them from the new leads stage to the qualified stage. So if you have Emily Davis, for instance, here, who's on a qualified stage, I should have actually blurred these names and phone numbers either way. So if you have Emily Davis, for instance, here on the qualified stage, and maybe they want a proposal, they were still kind of doubting and all that, and then now they want a proposal sent, then the AIVA sends them the proposal, then they are moved from the qualified stage to the proposal sent stage. They're not interested, same way. So it just works similarly in that way. And guys, just to note something, if you look at the times here in which the AI is responding super fast, within 60 seconds, the AI is responding. So if you'll have maybe epoxy flooring pros who don't have proper follow-up systems within their business model, this is why they tend to lose, or they tend to lose or miss a lot of life-changing revenue for their business. So you'll find that most of them respond to a lead, yes, the lead has come in, they get to follow up within 60 seconds, but then they don't have proper follow-up systems. They're doing this manually. They don't have maybe a human appointment set in this case. They don't have AI following up within 60 seconds and constantly, consistently following up until they book an appointment. So they tend to do, they forget. So let's just assume they're now using manual follow-up systems. They're employing manual follow-up systems within their business model. So at 4:11, they respond to the lead. Then because they're doing this manually, they end up forgetting. By the time they are reaching next week on Thursday, reminding themselves or remembering that, okay, they had to follow up on a certain lead, that lead has already moved to the next competitor. That's just how it works. So this is just how AI has really helped, and it's really helping a lot of businesses in saving a lot of time, saving a lot of cost, just basically acting as the heavy lifter, basically lifting the heavy finger, and removing the burden that is there to those who are still using manual sales processes and manual follow-up processes and all that. So AI consistently and constantly follows up until this guy's book for appointments and all that. So once that is done, apart from that, also the AI is also going to alert you as the business owner that a new lead has been registered within the pipeline. GHL have a section where you as the business owner, the link can be sent to your number, your phone number. You can have the mobile app within your phone. So as new leads are coming in, you constantly get the AI sending you notifications that new leads are coming in. Lead so and so has been moved to the next stage, or lead so and so is not interested within this stage. So hence we're going to remove them from the pipeline and all that. So you're basically getting 24/7 oversight on what is going on within your CRM. So as you focus on your epoxy floors, AI is helping you in handling the backend systems and all that. Yeah, so that's just basically it. So once the AIVA lead flow system books the appointments directly into your calendar, all you have now to do is confirm beforehand and show up on the appointment on time. That's all you have to do. No manual following up, no depending on sticky notes. Some contractors do that. Actually, most of them write the list that they're supposed to follow up on sticky notes, stick them or put them on a certain wall, and then and to some extent, some of them it's not their fault in some to some extent, but this will not just work if you're a business who's aiming for the 6-figure per month goal. Then you need to really have proper follow-up system, not depending on your not depending on your memory, your sticky notes and all that. It really won't work. It really won't be efficient and effective for you as the business. So all you have to do now is confirm beforehand and show up on the appointment on time. So once a lead has been booked on the calendar, This is where you can now have maybe a human appointment setter who now reaches out to the lead and calls the lead and says, hey, noticed you booked an appointment and all that. Now getting to just further go deeper and deeper, qualifying these prospects or these leads, getting to know and understand what they need actually, what is their problem and what service do they actually need. You can, apart from having a human appointment setter, you can also just now have yourself calling the leads that have been booked within the appointment, because I told you AI is going to send you an alert that a lead has been booked. So you're getting 24/7 instant communication from AIVA. So nothing is being, no lead is falling through the cracks and all that. And then finally, yours as the epoxy flooring contractor is to close the job and get the money and get the service going. Yeah, so that's just basically it, guys. And yeah, just from what I've been saying on this system in itself, with this system, proper system in itself, you can see a minimum of 50% leads booked into estimates, a 50% lead to estimate rate. That is just it there, and this is the minimum, by the way. This is the bare minimum because of the speed to lead. Once you respond to these leads instantly, your chances of converting them to booked estimates increases drastically. So this is just the bare minimum, 50% lead to estimate rate. But if you're still focusing on depending on manual follow-up processes and all that, then it really becomes difficult and you end up losing a lot of leads. Leads are falling into the cracks. You're losing a lot of leads to your competitors. Your competitors who have proper follow-up systems take advantage of this. Apart from just losing leads, you end up losing a lot of money, tens and tens of thousands of revenues being lost, being leaked basically through the business model because of lacking this proper follow-up system. So guys, that's just it for this video, quite a short one today. So if you're an epoxy flooring business contractor, maybe you want this whole AI virtual assistant lead flow system implemented within your business, I'll leave a link down on the description. You can book a call and we can let us see if this is a good fit. Anyways, that's just it for this. See you in the next one.